Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot Random Love Reading. This is for you if you are single, if you are coupled, if you are something in between that and you really couldn't answer on a form what you are, does not matter. Stick with me, we've got a message for you. The cats join us, they are behind me. That's Leia in the background. Hi Leia. And Valentine. Okay. It's kind of timeless. It's when you get this message is the right time for you. Currently we're in the new moon energy and it's kind of April time, but this could be any time. This could be any time. And this card just fell out of the deck. Let's do a Two of Cups dance. Yes. Brilliant. Okay, this is nice. If this resonates, there will be an extended reading and the link for that will be in the description box below. So if you get to the end and you like it, you can go further. We get weird. We get weird in the extended. We do channeling. We break out the oracle decks and we dig for answers. Okay. Two of Cups. It's the woohoo of love cards, isn't it? We love the Two of Cups. It's like, you put the phone down first. It's coochie muck smoochy muck, I love you. Okay. Venus in Cancer is the astrological aspect of this. And I mean, Cancer is such a beautiful sign anyway for coupling and for, you know, getting it together and cuddling. And then Venus is the planet of love. So we know we're onto something good. Also here we've got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with a water sign. It could happen in the month of a water sign. So Cancer, never know my astrology dates, but Cancer's in sort of June the 20th to July the 20th, something like that. So around that time in particular. I love this. Okay, also notice with the Two of Cups, there is a fair exchange of cups. It's equal. It's like you have an Ace of Cups each and you both get to give it to the other person. It's blessed by an angel behind them. It's such a pure energy card. Such a beautiful, pure energy between these two people. They want the best for each other. They want to be with each other. It's like, I pledge my troth. If we're going to be old-fashioned, I pledge my troth. Or I'd at least give you my last Malteser. Okay, let's see what else we've got cooking with the cards. Oh, hello. I'll give you the heads up. This one tried to pop out in the shuffle, okay? And I thought, look, if you come back out again, we'll talk. Well, it did, okay? Devil energy. Do you know what's so weird as well? And maybe it isn't weird. Maybe life's just weird, but tarot's completely normal. When I was looking at this card, can you see it's got the angel in the background? And it's got like a couple on it, of course, that are kind of tied to each other in some way, in the way it's love. What it reminded me of is the Devil card that came up because, excuse me, if you look, it's also a couple in the Devil card. And there is also a entity behind them, but in this case it's the Devil and not an angel. And of course the two people are joined to each other, but it's in the shadow rather than in the light, okay? So they're joined to each other a little bit more by chains rather than the exchange of cups. It's also carnal desire. It's also lust. And, you know, we can be as nice as we like about it, but if you don't have the hots for somebody, it's not to say that you're going to have the hots for somebody for 20 years, 30 years, although some lucky people do. Obviously things settle down into a more, you know, companionable thing. But in order for passion to fade, it has to be there in the first place. So we have a card of passion here, and it's just whether that passion has a tipping point of tipping over into something else, which I don't know yet because we haven't pulled any more cards. Okay. Two of Cups, Devil card. I like it. I think it's funny. It's good. I'm going to pull a few more, okay? I'm going to make, and then we can look at the cards as well in a minute. God! Okay. Strong reading this, people. Haven't done a random love reading for some time. Oh my God. Okay, cripes. Let's just take stock. Oh my God. Okay. Alongside the other card that has a couple on it, this is weird, is this one. So the Lovers, yeah, we're doing a love reading. We got the Two of Cups, we got the Lovers, okay? Doing my Lovers dance, a little bit like the Two of Cups dance, but a bit more shouldery. Okay, look, we got an angel in the background again, okay? This, what you're asking about, what you're watching this video for. There is a divine union here. Now, there are aspects to it that we need to look at, or there may be aspects to your past that we need to look at, or their past that we need to look at. Because we're getting a whole lot of kind of horny something else as well. But this is blessed. It's got the angel in the background. It's got this big sun in the background, which honestly I never noticed before. We've got the two people here again in the foreground. We have got a snake wrapped around a tree, and we have got women and fruit. If you watch my dailies, and do subscribe to the channel to get the dailies, picker cards, random love readings pop up in your feed. If I talk about women and fruit, we know there's something there. There's something to think about, something to talk about. But this is blessed. This is blessed. Okay? This is a beautiful thing. There's something very, very strong about this connection. If you're asking whether it's a really strong connection, it is a strong connection. It's kind of divinely inspired. Then, in the middle of it all, Mr. Page of Swords comes along. Here he is. This can represent social media. It can represent a small message because he's a page. He's like the most junior. You got the page, you got your knight, you got your queen, you got your king. Page is bottom of the pecking order. He hasn't got a horse yet. You know, he's still wearing some questionable clothes, and for me, he represents often social media, emails, connections, Snapchat, that kind of thing. It feels like there's a message. You hear something. It's also hearsay. Page of Swords, it can be spying. So, you know, if you're spending your time scrolling through someone else's Instagram page / Facebook, if anyone uses that anymore, / whatever people look at these days, Page of Swords is going to tell us about that. So you know if that's you, and let's face it, it's all of us, but there's some looking going on. This person might be looking at yours, and you might be looking at theirs. It's, you know, it used to be I'll show you yours if you show me mine. Now it's I'll show you my Instagram if you show me mine. It's that kind of, there's some looking going on. Okay, we don't quite know who's looking at what, but someone's looking at something. And then that Page of Swords tumbles straight into the Tower. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. I tell you what, and you can, if you watch me regularly, you will know I'm feeling the energy of this. I'm feeling the energy of this reading. It's kicking. This is a kicking stripe of cards. Okay. This connection is so enmeshed, and that's what I'm wondering about. Because you can be as tight as anything and it's great. There's nothing better, is it? To be like two frogs round each other, you know? Or there can be an element of, what is that snake behind the tree? You know, what is that snake behind the tree? I want to ask that question. Just that little slither of a snake in the background. And also the fruit. Notice she's got a tail made of berries. Never mind that his arse is on fire, but she's got a tail made of berries. Behind here, yeah, we got apples. We've got apples and snakes. It's like snakes and ladders, isn't it? And that Tower card. The Tower card is a breakthrough card. You can see it. Lightning, it's epiphany, it's people falling out, it's boom, the Tower comes down. Something is revealed big time, and then there's a choice. Okay, if we look at this as a series on the camera, okay, if we look at the actual cards as a little story, let's just zoom a loom in. We'll zoom a loom in. There we go. Right, it's coming out quite clear. I'm glad about that. Doesn't always, believe me. By the time we do the extended, the whole table's like covered in cards. Okay, these two mirror images of each other. I always think, and this comes up more often than you would think, that you get that Two of Cups with the Devil card. Okay, it's like Stranger Things, like the world that we're in of the light and then the upside down. It's like the shadow reflection. This is a connection that is so deep that it can trigger both of you. It can trigger you good and it can trigger you bad. Okay, when it's good, it's really, really good. And when it's bad, it might be a bit horrid. That's what I'm wondering about. Tower. Okay, in between these two, I mean, these are, let's face it, to get the Lovers, the Tower and the Devil, you're getting the big shot cards. You're getting the spiritual big jobs. And then in the middle of them all, the Page of Swords is like the connector. And this connector is a message, something you see, something you hear about your person, about the relationship. They may say it to you directly, or you may read it or see it somewhere else. Okay? I know, by gum. When you have the Lovers, it used to be called the Choice. And if you've got the Lovers, you have to make some sort of a choice. You have to make a go in one direction or another. It's like stay or go, this way or that, yes or no, up or down, your place or mine, you know, coffee or tea, cats or dogs, you or me and you, or them, you know, who knows. So there's a massive connection. There's a shadow side here. There is a link with a message or a surprise, something that you find out, revelations. The Tower, boom, the lid blows off. And we have an eclipse. We have a couple of eclipses coming up over spring and summer. There's one at the end of, April. And there's one at, when is the next one? There's one like halfway through May or something like that. It might be the 12th. I'm just pulling a few more little cardies here. Yeah, let's have a whole row. Let's have a whole row. Hiding behind here, I'll just zoom out a little bit so you can see them. Two of Swords in reverse. Something is on like Tron. When you get this in the upright, it's stuck. Something is, no one's saying anything, no one's moving forward. So there may have been, with you and your person, some mystery or some silence. It could have gone around the focus of a new moon. The new moon is on the 1st of April. But of course, there's new moons all the time. There's going to be another one. It's going to be a new moon solar eclipse on the 30th of April. But whichever month you're in, because this is timeless, have a look at the Google and see when the new moon is, okay? Around that time, there may have been some silence, some stuck energy between you and this person, some is this going anywhere type energy, what's going on? And for you, maybe a bit of stress. We've got strength in the reverse. You could also here be dealing with a Leo who is a bit out of sorts. You could be a water sign because we've got a heck of a lot of water sign energy here. And we've got Gemini as well up here. Okay. Strength in reverse. I think you've been feeling a bit tired by it, a bit out of sorts by it, a bit wondering what's going to happen. And then we've got the Six of Cups. Oof, all we're missing is judgment. Okay, Six of Cups, the sweetheart energy. This person feels like home to you, and I'm getting something I got a few months ago doing a reading. You like to sniff their clothes. See how he's getting a face full there of the flower? Well, imagine, and I should definitely make a tarot deck. It would make the Six of Cups, right? If we made a tarot deck, I'm including you lot in this now. Six of Cups would just be somebody with their lover's t-shirt going like that. And it'd have to be that ugly face as well. Not this kind of low, I sniff a rose. No, it's that whole, you know, that kind of animalistic type smell. Devil energy, that's what I'm talking. Sometimes, you know, we look at the devil energy and we see it kind of negatively because it's the devil. But sometimes it's about lust, it's about grrr, it's about and that whole sort of wanting to not bite somebody, but you know, that real kind of grrr feeling you get when you really fancy someone. And if you do sniff their underarms of their t-shirt, it is a real, you know, type thing. Well, that would be my Six of Cups, I'm just saying. So let's kind of transpose that. Rather than this rather elegant sniffing of a flower, we have someone imbibing someone's underarm t-shirt smell. Okay? I think both of you like to sniff each other. I don't know where this is going. Let's not go down that road. But I think you like each other's smell. It's very important. You know, biologically, I know they've done studies about people being able to identify people by the smell of their t-shirt in a pile, you know. Mothers can do it with children. It's important. It's scent marking. I feel like there is an aspect here. I feel like there is an animalistic aspect to this relationship. And I don't mean that in a real rutting like stallions 24/7. I mean in a kind of, you know how with animals, they don't like it if you wash their bedding. And I'm not saying you're all sticking around in smelly beds. What I'm saying is they become familiar. Like these girls, it's just the same. If I wash their bedding, they don't like it. They want the old smelly stuff. Nothing they like better than chowing down and going to sleep in the dirty wash basket. It's like, yeah, smelly socks. Bring it on. But I feel like you guys in this connection have a real raw sense of each other, and it's to do with smell. It's quite carnal, it's quite animalistic, and I like it. They feel like home to you, but when I say they feel like home, I don't even mean it in a very romantic sense. I mean it in a kind of, yeah, like when you sniff something and you think, I belong here. I belong here, you know? Okay. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, a sense of impatience. Someone's becoming impatient, particularly if you're dealing with a fire sign. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of ardour. I think we can call it that. I think that's the right word. There is keenness. We've got the Knight of Wands. When you got the Knight of Wands, again, it's like, I did not think about this. I did not plan this. I just, I got on my horse and here I am. Yes. I sweep you up. What do you think? I don't care what you think. I'm here. You know, that kind of energy. Real kind of fire sign energy. I'm getting a pretty fire signy vibe for this for a lot of you. You might have some fire in your chart. You might have fire and water, because I get fire and water for this too. And again, with this Devil card, when we look at this, let's look a little bit closer. When you get this Devil card, I feel like fire and ice, fire and water, you know, those two opposite elements are at play, and I feel they're kind of entwined. And what does it make? It makes steam. Boop. That's my kind of steam train impression. It's not so good, but you know what I'm saying, that whole psh, how much energy there is between the two of you. There's a lot of energy. If you are in separation, God only knows what either of you is doing at home alone. It's like, cripes. Okay, let's have a couple of bridge cards. I want a couple of joining cards that I'm going to put in the middle. Because for some of you, it feels like there's two sides to the story. There's this amazing connection. There's this revelation, speech, message, text, something you see on social media. Wowzers, I need to make a choice. You're going to push me to make a choice. You're going to ask me to make a choice, or I'm going to ask you, or it's going to happen because the universe is pushing it that way. And then down here, there's this, again, a sense of urgency as the Two of Swords breaks free. It feels like a horse breaking free of its, enclosure, okay? We've got this Strength card where you've been feeling weak or you've been feeling disempowered. Okay, suddenly it's on. Suddenly, what really counts is sniffing that t-shirt. It's like something's gonna click. Something's gonna click. And when it does, boom. I know, Knight of Wands. Okay, let's look at the bridge. Take it to the bridge, as they say. We're going to take it to the bridge. Oof. That's to do with that Devil card as well. Take it to the bridge. Eight of Swords. It's not you. Oh, that's nice. Again. Right. Look at this one first. We got more of this kind of angel at my table energy. This, I feel, can you notice here, the wings? I've never noticed this before. Kind of similar. Someone's watching over this connection. The universe wants it. Do you want it? You know, can you stick it? It seems very fruity and strong and powerful and all the rest of it. Sagittarius energy, temperance. The universe says to you, look, you got the 2 cups. Honestly, it's like, look, here's your 2 of cups. Now you're going to play with them, okay? You got some rough and you got some smooth, says the universe. And take the rough with the smooth. Play with the energies. It's not all going to be glitter and unicorns, but quite a lot of glitter and unicorns, but not all the time, okay? There's some ups and there's some downs. That Tower, or that revelation, might take you aback a bit first, okay? We've got the 9 of Cups in reverse. You get what you want, but not how you thought you were going to get it. Maybe not in the time frame. I think some of you want this quick. You want it to happen quickly. Why wouldn't you? There's a sense of urgency about all of this, but there's also a sense of a calm before the storm. Of like a wave, drawing back to make the energy before it over the top. Okay? This is something to be aware of. 8 of Swords. Self-limiting beliefs. And this is something to work on in the meantime if you are feeling impatient. You may have certain visions of how you want this to be, how you think it should be, how it's gonna... See here, look, this is like when you had the 2 of Swords. There are certain things you don't understand, you don't know, and you can't quite see yet. That's okay. But it may be better not to draw conclusions from that, not to draw pictures from that, because some of this is very universally contained. In other words, you got the blessing, but you can't always see it or feel it until you can. Okay? I know that sounds a bit like a riddle, and it is kind of a riddle. Let's have a look here at some Chuck Spezzano Enlightenment cards. Yeah, I knew it was going to be this one. Fear. Nothing to fear but fear itself. But fear is so scary. Fear is at play. That's fear. This is fear. 8 of Swords is fear. Fear keeps you trapped, okay? This is you in your own life as well as in your romantic life. There is a need to break out of the fear chains. The devil is fear. Fear is the enemy to this relationship. Yes. Then we get holding on. It feels like, for some of you, there may be an ex in the picture, or there may be old memories in the picture. And it could be slightly trauma type memories in the picture that you're still holding on to. If you can, because there's a lot here as well. Remember the snake around the tree. For some of you, that's an ex, or the way that an ex behaved that made you think you could never trust anyone ever again. Yes. We get other lives and the unconscious. Look at that. There's some ancestral stuff in there. There's who we're expected to be. There's who we are told that we are. There's who we believe ourselves to be. There is something about this person that makes you feel free, and the kind of sense of home that you get from this person is not for the home that you once lived in. It's for the like primordial home that you came from. Woof. That gave me goosebumps. I hope it gave you goosebumps, otherwise I'm just like, I know it did actually. Okay, let's have some love cards. Chuck Spezzano love cards. The Chucky Spetz. Chucky Spetz love cards. Right, I'm going back up because there's no more room on the table. I'm going to show you these. Okay, what do we need to know? The Chucky Spetz love cards. This is Chuck Spezzano. It's called the Love Pack. Makes me want to sing. Most things, woo! Most things do. Oh my God. In the extended reading, I am going to look. I'm going to dig. We're going to channel. We're going to get freaky. I feel like it. I'm really feeling it. We're going to crack open some other tarot decks as well. Some different Love Oracle decks. Some shadow cards and some blunt truth message cards. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh my God. You get great Chuck Spezzano love cards. Look at that. Get the luck card of orgasm. I can tell you right now that that is no surprise. Those of you that watch me regularly will know that I don't particularly attend to the physical that much, but the animal vibes and getting off this and the that I'm getting off that devil card and that Knight of Wands with the whole you've been waiting for me, baby, that kind of vibe. It really is. Maybe not like that. That's quite cheesy. But you know what I'm saying. There's a desperate urgency here that you don't get from just liking somebody because you're in love with their intellect, okay? I'm not saying you're not in love with their intellect, but T-shirt. Yeah, I'm making that tarot deck. I want to make that tarot deck so much. There's so many other ones I could come up with. Anywho, there we go. Let's see it again because it's a great card. Orgasm, fireworks. Boom, boom, loom. Okay. And there's a little bit of room in there. I know, it's not all it's not all like that. For some love. For some love, baby. Proper love. Sweet stuff. Bit of glitter and unicorns. You know, the Two of Cups. That purity that came through with that first card and the angel feeling and all of that. Yeah. And then this card, I love this card, the luck card of adventure. That's 2 luck cards. The orgasm's a luck card as well, and the love card is a grace card. So adventure, a feeling of adventure. This can be adventurous dates. You know, we've been living in a weird world for the last 2 years, so it doesn't necessarily mean you've got to travel or go on safari or get out there. You can have an adventure on the sofa. And the way that I'm looking at these cards, you guys could have an adventure anywhere, okay? Seriously, what I'm also getting for you two is that you are each other's holiday, you are each other's home, you are each other's adventure. You are each other's story and reason. I understand none of that because that is all channeled. There you go. Let's have an oracle card. Let's have an animal spirit card. Yes. One for you, one for your person. One for you, one for your person. How are the cats doing? Oh, yeah. See the zonkers. Oh, that's for you. Nice. Ah. It's making me feel very dancey, this. Very dancey. It's also really sunny today, which is nice. Let me know in the comments section, what are you doing today? What did you have to eat for breakfast? If you watch my dailies, you'll know I'm obsessed by what people eat for breakfast. Especially if it's like dirty cold pizza from the night before. I'm like, yes. Having once eaten half a box of After Eights for breakfast, I can relate. This is nice. You get for you, Bee Spirit. Sweet results await. Sweet. I love bees. They've got a very quality to them, haven't they? Not they sting you, but you know what I mean. Sweet results await. Okay. And for your person, the slightly more enigmatic flamingo spirit. Embrace the in-between. Your person is turning into that salmon pink colour, okay? They may have been a little bit isolated in some ways. I'm just looking for an oracle card for you. I'm going to take one of these. They may have been a bit isolated in some ways. So don't let that hold you back. Healing with the Angels oracle card. First off, we get nature. Very healing for you as a pair, but also very healing for you individually and for the person that you're thinking of. You may be taking some walks through nature, near water, maybe in woods, or maybe you've already done that with this person, or by the sea. A very natural environment is going to really help this love flow, okay? It's also going to really tune you in. What I'm very much getting for you with this person is a very natural, earthy kind of vibe. You know, when I said about dogs in a basket and, you know, animals and how they sort of nuzzle together in trees, and the smell, they do everything by scent, they mark their territory. There may, on the flip side, the shadow side of this relationship, be jealousy, because, don't know, but I don't think you get that animalistic type feeling towards someone without the animalistic feeling of jealousy and territory that goes with it, okay? New beginnings, people, new beginnings. Come on, that is gorgeous. Woohoo! And I haven't had this one for ages on the channel, actually. Just good old-fashioned blessings. I know. Off to do the extended. Join me. The link is in the description box. It's going to be good. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.